Hey, we are the Aloha Conch and we are live.
Are you talking to yourself? What are you doing?
I am talking to myself, honey.
Why?
Try to keep my sanity.
Uh-huh.
What you doing?
Get ready to sit on the sofa in a second.
Uh,
So,
um,
how was your week?
I'm hearing voices off at the dinner table.
Better?
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought I was actually hearing voices other than my own.
Actually, you were hearing your own.
I'm not at professional radio level yet.
I'm sorry.
What was the question again?
How was your week?
Long, tiring. It ended today with a ball game.
Did they win or lose?
Both the team that I helped broadcast won,
Woohoo! Wiggle wiggle.
and the one that I just got done watching won. Auburn, Alabama, within 100 miles of each other, both won.
Cool. Good.
Did some shopping for an RV this week.
I don't know that we did that this week, but
Well, okay, this year.
well, this week specifically, we had a goal in mind, and that was to organize the Aloha Conch across the board, even on Amazon.
Amazon.
So we did.
We do have a Amazon account.
We ordered a few things, and we have a few things still to get on the list.
True. And
but before I ordered that off of Amazon, I ordered a door hanger from a friend of a friend of a friend, and it should be here shortly as well. About the time everybody leaves to go to Mayberry.
Yeah.
So we'll do our own live from home as if we were in Mayberry.
So what you gonna do about that, Andy?
Ay. Trouble.
Do I need to go to the barbershop and get a haircut?
Anyways. So we organized the Amazon list. And yes, we did clean up and we did organize our shopping list for the RV.
Yes. Things that we're not quite going to get yet until we get the RV. What kind of RV are we thinking about getting?
I want a small Class C so that it can fit into anywhere.
Anywhere. There are some
national parks that will only take itty bitties. So I want an itty bitty.
certain size and down.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some RVs that are over that size that national parks may not.
No.
I think we know some people with those RVs.
Yes.
We were actually looking for a small RV Class C that has a level floor plan.
Flat. Flat. No step up into the kitchen. No step up into the bedroom. Step up from a cab to the flat floor plan. That's fine.
That's it. You mean something like the Chevy Forester LE?
Mm-hmm.
Some of that type.
But you know Ford makes a copy of it too.
Yeah, and so does Mercedes.
But we really like the Chevy.
Yes.
The Chevy met all of our boxes. I don't see anybody in the room.
We do have one watching.
I just kind of noticed that.
StreamYard kind of lags sometimes.
Well, I know that, but
We have two in the room.
I just looked at the computer for a slight moment and was staring at myself and nothing else. Let me see.
But it needs a flat floor plan.
Because I have a tendency to trip and fall on my own 2 feet and don't see well. So yes, flat floor plan is a must. That's the number 1 on the list.
Over the cab bunk.
That's Mr. P. PR.
And when he's grown and out of the house,
Storage.
How about a step into the RV?
Step into the RV, that's okay. 1 or 2, that's okay. Like on your door side and my door side.
But into the, other than the cab.
One or 2 little steps would be best.
The Forester we have written down has a bump out on the driver's side.
For the bed. Because it's long.
And if I remember correctly, that was a queen size bed.
Yeah, which we're used to that.
Yeah. Now, is that an RV queen or a household queen?
I don't know. I think it's an RV queen. We got people in the room. Hi, people.
We got RV underway says right here.
Ohana. That's the Hawaiian word from last
Ohana.
week. Family.
Ohana. They know about Ohana. Oh, and by the way, RV Underway is watching, and they've got some visitors.
Yeah.
Some Acosti and his wife. Joan
Now,
Riddle
let's not steal your mom and dad's thunder for their live for tomorrow night. Stay in your own lane. That was today's school lesson with the kiddos. My sister came down for her birthday. And so we hung out with all the kiddos for dinner.
And I just remembered.
Anyways.
I just remembered their names.
Back to the list.
Mike and Joan Riddle.
Back to the list. So.
Thank you, RV Underway, for reminding me of the names. It's been, I was knee high to a grasshopper last time I've seen them. All the RVs, including this one that we've looked at, does have a trailer hitch.
Mm-hmm.
For
the original Conch.
The original Conch, which is currently sitting in the garage.
Driveway. You didn't park in the garage.
I didn't know where we were going to do the live tonight, whether here or there. So I wanted to
give us space.
But it would be able to pull the dolly to pull the Conch.
Yep.
And
we would definitely need a dolly.
Yep.
So if someone, that's on the list eventually.
And it is gas powered, so that will kind of save on fuel.
Wallet.
On the wallet. The original Conch is, as she puts it, the Crayola crayon. The Toyota Corolla.
Mm-hmm. Crayola. Corolla. I can get confused and messed up in the head just a little. And it's one word. Don't ask.
Got plenty of storage.
There were 2 compartments on each side. None of the compartments passed through. There is a generator on board, but we have a generator on the Amazon list because right now we are camping in the car, in the tent, and I'd like a little bit of power to go with us.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
So the Chevy Forester LE, it is actually, I believe, the vehicle is made by Forest River, is the parent company. They have, of course, like I said, they use the Chevy chassis, Ford chassis, Mercedes chassis for different configurations. And the one we looked at, the Ford had, they all had to step up from the cab to the living quarter. The Ford and Mercedes had to step up from the kitchen to the bed. My builder's kind of jumping for some reason. But the Chevy was a flat floor plan from front to back. And that's what we'd prefer.
Need.
That part.
Need.
We need.
Tripping and falling over displays is quite interesting.
Yes. And you
did that. We just won't say
about
where.
About 2 minutes before the rep walked in.
Sure did. Tripped all over my left foot, my right foot, and that little step that was in the way.
You have a left foot. I've got two, and a right foot. I got 2 left feet.
Well,
I can't dance with a darn.
Pitt and Pat kind of had issues.
Hey, Mom. How you doing? Glad you're in the room. Our viewing number went from 3 to 4. She said hey and went back down to 3. I don't know if that was her that jumped in just to say hey, or if
she's probably on the cell phone running both comments.
Probably.
That's a possibility.
Yeah. And she just wanted to have the extra comment in there. Oh, wait. She's still in the room. We still have 3. She's doing good. So that answers how she's doing. But yeah, our preferred flat floor plan, the one we really liked was the Forester LE Chevy Edition.
Do you know why we like the Chevy Edition? Because that weekend, it was under $70,000.
That part.
Now, we talked to the bank that weekend. And the bank said we would need about $8,000.
$8,000 in order to
have a down payment, which would be 15% of the 70. Wait a minute.
I'm playing with stuff over here.
The bank suggested $75,000 would be a good loan to have $8,000 down, which would be 15%. The problem is this RV that we were looking at for that current weekend was on sale for the current weekend of $69,000. Now, whether it's still listed at $69,000, whether it's still on the lot, or whether it's gone up, we don't know. Because this money tree is working pretty hard, and we're nowhere near 8,000.
No, we're not.
Kind of like our viewer numbers and viewer subscriber numbers, but that's okay. We're gonna get there one day, someday, just not today.
Yeah, and like as it's happened with others, it will take time,
and we're perfectly fine with that. Oh, I made another important phone call this week.
Did you?
Yes, I called the. Hold on. Let me get the name right. Let me get the name right.
RV Underway
GS
did say buy used. Period.
Not an exclamation point?
No. He says buy used, period. Period.
Well,
Used.
I
and
believe it
nothing
was
else.
used that we looked at, but I'm
Yeah.
not quite sure.
It
But-
was, come to find out, we forgot to write down the year. I do remember that one being a 2017. Not that old, but it's still reduced price because of being a older model.
And that's fine with me. And we had originally said we wanted 2012
Yeah.
or newer. Okay, so I called USGS, Park Service, because I had ordered park passes, meaning I had ordered park passes for you and I to go hang out and have a good time and it not cost us an arm and a leg. And they said, well, you need to prove that you're a citizen. Excuse me? You need to prove that you're disabled. Excuse me? My driving license that says non-driving state ID is not proof enough. So yes, I got that information faxed into them, emailed into them, called them about 3 times, and they said that our passes should be here before October 31st. Definitely. Because I had them ordered in June and July, and they were supposed to be here in August. Well, they were pending, and I wasn't notified that they were pending.
Well,
So-
October 31st, that is 35 days away.
Yeah, they like a month. They say it takes a month.
Okay.
They said the 31st or sooner,
Or sooner.
which we're not going anywhere in October anyways.
Nah.
So,
Probably local, if anything.
not while I'm in school. We
Um,
won't go there. As I look at the books on the floor.
at that 3-foot pile.
Yeah.
So if anybody has any comments on or suggestions of things that we can add to, as a possibility of things we can add to the list for RVs. I know there are lists out there that says get this, get this, get this. You get all that, find out it's too much, don't need it, it goes back in the house or gets sold. But what are your absolute must-haves for your RV?
I know 3 must-haves. I know 3.
Ninja air fryer?
Ninja air fryer, Instant Pot, and the 2-burner stove. How do I know there are 3 must-haves? Because we know someone in the community that has these 3 items, and we went and bought these 3 items. And while we are not dry camping outside and camping inside the sticks and bricks, we have used the Instant Pot and the rice cooker. The Instant Pot for rice, and we have used the air fryer for Tostitos and pizza.
Mr. P came over a couple of weekends ago and got one of them little square Tostito pizzas. And he says, I said, what does the box say it cooks at? 450. But this ain't going up to 450. Okay, set it to 400. What's the time on it? 20 minutes. Okay, set it for 8. No, make that 7. It won't be cooked. Watch it.
Sure
Sure enough, 7 minutes later, slightly crisp, and how did it do that?
Well, we know it was 7 minutes because I myself have cooked the same exact thing for the full 20, 30 minutes, and it came out
The dust came out.
blacker than a tire.
The dust came out.
Whoops. So,
Lesson learned. And
we will take Instapot recipes or air fryer recipes too.
yes, we will. Um, and if you can email them to us, fax them to us.
Fax? Where's your fax machine?
It's probably still in Florida somewhere. It's been a long time since I used a fax machine.
You don't have a fax machine. If you would email us, we would appreciate it. By the way, if you email us, we can get you a sticker.
Stickers, yes, ours came in. We are currently sitting at 299 stickers. And why are we at 299 stickers?
Because we sent one out.
We sent one out to the wonderful Stevens family of Nursing Our Travel Bug. And they are the first. Now we've got to keep one or two for the collection of our stickers. And
Birdie.
that is our sticker. It is pretty much our logo
For everything.
That Facebook group, Instagram. I have not yet put it on the Amazon because I just created that in the process thereof, and the PayPal account. We nationwide, we international.
Mm-hmm.
We international right now. People in China can watch us.
Mm-hmm.
So you've asked me how my week was. We've talked about the Forester. How was your week?
Interesting. Biology lab has finished. Biology class is not finished. Biology class, I thought I had 3 chapters to do for the weekend. Come to find out, I have 5, which means I have to do 2 more tomorrow. My education class, which I am struggling with, I do have a current C average, but I am missing a few quizzes because I got behind because of biology. She says, I'm going to unlock them so you can take them this weekend. They're not unlocked, so I still have a C average.
And the weekend's half over.
Well, Tuesdays and Thursdays are biology lab. Biology lab has finished because he is so sick and tired of COVID. He is so sick and tired of the class not having their books, the class not doing this, and the class not doing that. So he's done with labs. So I have Tuesdays and Thursdays to concentrate on my education class. Now, the thing with that is I am paired up with education and biology this term, which finishes mid-October. Now, I have one more science after this current science. Once I finish these 2 sciences, I will have my little degree. And I can stop. I don't have to continue with education. I can stop. With my little degree, I will get a pay raise at work, and I can substitute teach, and I can tutor from home, which would not mess up with any of the current bills. If I continue on the path that I am on, finish this science, finish this education class, finish another science by itself, because my educator advisor has determined that I cannot handle 2 loads with a science. Duh. I'd been trying to tell you that for a couple of weeks. So once I finish both of these sciences, the biology I'm in, the education class I'm in, and this other science, I will have my little BS degree and I can stop, and I will not have to finish my core classes for my education degree. Everybody says, why stop? You're halfway there. You would only have so many more classes left to go. I'm tired. I'm mentally drained. I am an educated, disabled student. For me to do the workload I'm doing is exhausting. And that is why I've always wanted to be a teacher. That is why I've always wanted to stand in the gap for these kids that have to do an X amount of load when mentally they're struggling to get half of it done. So, yes, that's the debate I've had all week. And Monday, if I go into education class and I go into biology class, that frees up Wednesday. So Wednesday's my education class, and I wouldn't have to go to class on Wednesday, which means I could go shadow, which it is a course requirement. If I do not shadow this teacher for X amount of hours, I will fail the course automatically. So I could shadow her on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But as it sits right now, I will shadow her this next week on Tuesday and Thursday. And be in class Monday and Wednesday. While being at work bright and early Friday morning, because somebody likes to get up at 3:30 in the morning for no reason, when we don't have to be there until 5. Because we were told to be there that early, and she herself did not show up that early. So that's how my week went.
Ooh.
You know what we forgot to talk about?
That's a different subject. That's a different subject. I'm just going to say roll tide right here, right now. But that's a different subject. What were you going to say, hon? I'm sorry.
There's music in the background. You haven't shared with the community that we got a toy.
Alexa, volume 8.
Alexa, volume 3.
We have an Alexa. And somebody is still trying to learn how to use said
Toy.
speaker box. Somebody
Said somebody.
would say volume 2. Why is she not working?
Yeah, I'm getting used to her.
She does play the Hawaiian music, though.
Yes, and she is on beach music right now because we don't want to get in trouble.
That, yeah.
Per the community.
It's not a community thing.
I know. But I like to be nice and respectful.
Yeah. It is not. That is a good thing. Anyway, that has been our week. And month and years of year. I cannot plural that because we've only been doing it for not even a year. I'm looking for an RV, praying and saving up for it.
Dreaming, hoping. We have actually stalked RVs. Now let me explain. We have a circle around our community. Okay? So we are driving from point A to point B. 3 lanes of traffic, 2 lanes of traffic, depending on where you are in this circle. We see a truck in a tow behind. We see a truck in a fifth wheel. We see Class A's, Class C's. We see Tiftons all day long. We speed up. We pull over. We watch the right side. We speed up. We pull over. We watch the left side. And we wave. Sometimes we get out of the car and watch and oogle and wave and drool. Now, I've stepped into 1 Tifton. I've stepped into 1 Bounder. And did you know that on our local buy sell trade area,
Yeah.
there is a Winnebago for $45,000.
Yes, there is.
She's a pretty gray too.
Yeah. Um,
Dream big, hun. Dream big.
the bounder that RV Underway has is a 99 Fleetwood bounder. We have seen a 90, been touched a 97 Fleetwood bounder, and I've seen on an RV website a 2008 Fleetwood bounder. So they still make the Fleetwood bounders.
The reason why he says touched a bounder is because our lemon lot has had a bounder. As a matter of fact, that bounder moved off the lemon lot to its local city 30 minutes away and got posted on our local city buy sell trade spot. Now, have friends that have recently gotten a truck and a pull behind, have not oogled or googled or oohed and awed over their new baby. But I'm sure when they head to Colimoki Mounds over in Georgia, we might meet up with them one weekend.
That is another place on our list of places to go.
You know, today they had a cleanup day.
And Old Monkey.
Yep. And they invited everybody to come out and clean up for a little bit. But we were just so busy that you can't be in three places at once.
No.
I had a birthday, you had radio, we had dinner. How are we supposed to do it? Be invisible? Like Samantha? Twitch?
Yeah,
Or Jeannie?
I can't.
Blink.
I can't do that nose twitch.
I can. Twitch.
I just had a thought, and I don't know
Where it ran off to?
Yeah.
Out of the football game.
Which the only way for me to do that is to turn it off.
Let's be nice to the community, friends, and family on YouTube. Respectful.
You were able to hear it all day, and I was able to witness it from a distance all day.
What? Oh!
I don't do that sound too much justice. There is a group locally based out of Ozark or Dothan somewhere.
Ozark, Alabama.
Ozark. They are known as Friends of Army Aviation. They have 2 operational Hueys and 1 in the process. I actually stopped by earlier, and that's what the lady told me as I took footage. They were flying over the house earlier, and from the radio station, which is downtown Dothan, 8th floor, I was able to watch them fly around.
They did one little circle. They had 2 helicopters, so they did one little circle over here and one little circle over here. And you have to realize they were flying in a field next to the hospital, which has medevac. So I'm sure they were listening to medevac in case medevac needed to come in. But I can tell you, I know a difference between a medevac and a Huey. Medevac did not fly today.
No.
The Huey flew today.
And they'll start again tomorrow at 12.
Now, what is the Huey? It is a helicopter that was flown in Vietnam. It is a helicopter that many people have learned to fly on, and others have gone on to fly bigger and better things. It is a helicopter that my daddy loves to fly. It is a helicopter that I grew up watching my daddy fly. And when I hear it, it is a lot of memories. because I've heard stories, because I know someone else in that community that flies those helicopters and has stories to go with the Huey as well during wartime and being out at Fort Rucker and close to Fort Rucker on a daily basis. So hearing that every year they come to the hospital around this time of year, because originally they started out in Panama City with Pepsi Gulf Coast Jam, and then they would come up here the next 1 or 2 weekends. But Pepsi Gulf Coast Jam was closed, but they still ran some COVID tests and they were flying people today.
And I remember, what was it, 2 years ago now, that we were down there, paid $50 and got to ride in a Huey. Come to find out, it was your father flying.
Oh, I wasn't going to fly if it wasn't my daddy flying.
Yeah.
That was a story in itself.
And I would do it. I would pay for somebody else to have that same experience.
Yep.
I would. And if I had the money cash, I would
It's well worth it.
Put him on, put her on. But I did get footage today of one coming in. He came in, touchdown, people got off, people got on, and back up. It was almost that quick.
Oh,
He went down but 2 minutes.
They had, and I told you that was a quick cycle. They have to. Okay, this organization takes your money, and I'm not going to tell you how much it is, but they take your registration fee, and you are a member for the year. And you get updates on what they're doing, where they're at, and what they have updated, what new toy, what new helicopter they're working on. And so many people throughout the day pay for the gas. So many people throughout the day pay for toys needed for the big toys. So they know how many people they have to put on that helicopter, and they know how many times they have to run that helicopter. And there were 2 helicopters out there running today. So I'm pretty sure they met their goal for the day, if not for the month, if not for the year. But
and when I went by, there were people like a big crowd of people.
Well, they when did my dad have his test this week? Friday? Thursday, they were out there marking off registration, and they were marking off where you sit in pre-flight, and they were marking off where you park with different flags, American flags. And they had 3 or 4 in their flight suits, and they had several people already talking and watching and wanting to know more. So I'm sure they've been busy.
Yeah. My question is, where are they keeping the helicopter?
Ozark.
So they'll fly it all the way back to Ozark. Fly them back again tomorrow.
Ozark has a aviation school, and there is 3 buildings for the aviation school, and there is, to my knowledge, 2 hangars, and a certain person pays for the Heritage Foundation hangar, and that's where everything is stored. And I would use his name, but I haven't asked him to use his name, so I'm not going to use his name. That's why I rub my hands together.
And do I know this person?
No.
Okay. Well, in a nutshell, that's been our time. I know we're here at 40 minutes. which is our average time for lives.
Well, and my thing is, if it's 30 minutes to say hey to the community, if it's 15 minutes to say hey to the community, we're not out and about yet, but we will be out and about.
Yes.
And we want to meet you, and we want to see you, and we want to hear about your day, and we enjoy watching your videos. We enjoy helping you get your watch hours. Some of you that we watch, you've already got your hours, and we're trying to catch up to current videos. But we love you, and we look forward to meeting you one day, someday, just not yet.
And we've all got emails. If you want a sticker, email us. If you want to get to know us a little more, and again, our sticker looks something like this.
Sticker stomp.
So if you would like to, again, our email address is currently on screen and on our About page. So you can email us for stickers, email us recipes for the Instapot, recipes for the
Ninja air fryer.
Ninja. That was pretty cool. Do it again.
Ninja.
Whoa. Awesome. Or recipes in general. That could be either home or RV or both. Or if you just want to send an email saying, hey, well, hey, right back at you.
What's the aloha word for? We'll figure it out. We'll email it back to you.
Yeah. Family.
Ohana.
Elizabeth.
Ilikapika.
James.
Chemo. Sweetheart.
Right here. Kuipo.
Creepo.
There's a little bird on my right shoulder. Anyway, that's it for today. We're gonna close out here, and from the Aloha Conch.
Aloha.
Conch. See y'all next time.